It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Next on Madden NFL 25.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
Panay Wanwu now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback out of Ohio State, first-round pick Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Now a second down throw for Fields. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's a third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll look deep, left sideline. That is caught! No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Fields. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, New York. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran. He's still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, Comeback Player of the Year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
And here we have a former Super Bowl MVP. Now, Mike, he might not be what he once was, but you can argue he has transitioned into being one of, if not the most reliable backup quarterback in the entire NFL. Whenever he's been forced into the starting lineup, he gives your team a chance. That's all you could ask for, especially at this point in his career.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Flacco. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Third and 5. Throwing, Flacco. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Flacco. There's a short throw caught by Njoku.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Here's Flacco to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. 17 yards on that play. First down, Cleveland.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. Down the field is Tillman. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They bring Judy in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now Flacco. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep.
Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
I don't hate the play call. The best opportunity to throw the ball down this close to the goal line is usually on 1st or 2nd down, Mike. The issue here is the quarterback has to know if my first read is not open, this ball needs to be thrown out the back of the end zone. You cannot take a sack this close to the goal line.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Cedric Tillman, touchdown Browns.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Hall. And he had to push through one tackler, but is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain here.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jets will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Here comes Ford on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Drive will start on the ground, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. 14-7 is our score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Flacco to throw. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. To throw is Fields. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third down, 3 to go. Now, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And that's going to help. He's out of bounds up near the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. And the Jets have a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Fields. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. Back deep, DeAndre Carter to return. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Whoa! And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Here's Austin McNamara now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Throwing, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. And it'll bring up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. To throw is Flacco. Checking it down, this one is caught. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Fields. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
First and 10. Back to throw is Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Jets are going to use their third and final timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Fields. That one caught by Wilson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Fields now to throw on first down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. To the left side, he's got Njoku.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
Now Flacco. He'll get this out to his running back. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They give to Hall. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short. To throw is Fields. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
It's first down, and it's Paul. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Fields now. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. A run here with Hall. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
It is brought in by Josh Reynolds. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. Here's Fields. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Fields. To the right side here, pass is caught. Third and a yard. To throw is Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. Here comes Ford on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Flacco to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Flacco. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he will score. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Cleveland. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Browns will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Gibson now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there. Stop him for no gain.
They go play action with Fields. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. on EA Sports. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. Important punt here in this tie game late. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Flacco. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. On the quick slant, that's Judy.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Throwing, Flacco. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. To throw is Flacco. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, You can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. A run now on second down, and he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
This one caught by Lazard. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Here's second down and 3. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. Here's a big one. This third down. Fields to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Fields now to throw on first down. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Fields. Quick throw, taken in, and the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Fields. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Second down, goal to go. Fields. He's got it at the 3. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth as the kickoff comes. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Flacco to throw. To the sideline. That's caught by Judy. Here's 2nd down. Now Flacco. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete, but it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. Now on comes Dustin Hopkins in a pressure situation. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. The kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.